Hi guys, Paul Veltum here. So I'm going to show you how to get the Yi Action camera up and running inside your race car so you can stream to YouTube. Okay, so you're going to need to have a hotspot, and you're going to have to get yourself a Yi Action camera. Mine's the 4K version. Some of the previous versions will be fine. You just want to make sure if it's not the Yi Action 4K that it's one that does encoding. As long as it's doing that, you'll be able to get it to work. And then you're going to need to download the Yi Action app from the Apple App Store. If you're an Android user, you can try going out to the yitechnology.com website and tapping on this link from within your phone to try and download the app. I don't have an Android phone, so I can't test it and tell you it's working. I can just tell you that the app was pulled from the Google Play Store, but by going out to their website and using this link, you might be able to download it onto your Android phone and do the same thing. So the process essentially is you go out to your YouTube channel, you set up the stream, and then you copy down the information that you need from there so that you can plug that into the app on the smartphone. That creates a QR code, which you use the camera to scan with. And when it scans that, it pulls the config off that QR code and it drops it into the camera, and it tells it what the MiFi connection credentials are and the credentials to attach to the YouTube stream that you create. So that's basically what's done. Now I'm going to take you through the magic. I'll show you how it's done. So you need to have yourself a Google account. So go ahead and set that up. Get these two pages up and going. You got your Facebook, you got your Google account. Make sure you're signed in. And click on the boxes here. Go to YouTube. The top corner here, just click on your picture and go down to the studio. Upper right hand corner, you're going to click live. You're going to go to new stream. Call it whatever you want. This is what's going to appear in the share that you do on Facebook. Put this in your description as well if you want. This is going to be on public. For your style, it's going to be sports. Don't worry about scheduling later. Just set this up like the day or two before you leave for the race. Just don't set it out like, you know, a month in advance, because then this key may not work. There's some YouTube voodoo that goes on there. And then for upload your custom thumbnail, this too would appear in your share. So if you want to put a picture of your race car or whatever, you put that in there. Audience, just put not for kids. So if there's any F-bombs that get dropped, you don't get banned. And then you're going to create your stream. All right. You're going to leave 90% of this stuff at default, except for this part here. Now, most guys will just leave the stream key alone, and that's why you have a lot of guys with trouble. They'll make a connection on Saturday, but Sunday they can't get it to connect, and they don't know why, and they're having all these problems. They don't know why it won't work. It says it's going live, but there's nothing on their YouTube channel, and that's because there's a lot going on in the background in your connection between YouTube and your camera. So if you create a new stream key for each day, this will greatly minimize your problems. And then guess what? If the new stream keys don't work, you always have your auto-generated key that you can default back to see if that one works. So you've got your fallback plan. All right, so new stream key. Name. This is just for your information, so it really doesn't matter what you call it. You don't need to put a description in for that reason. For the variable rate, go ahead and pick out the 480p and leave this at 30 frames instead of 60. That way you won't use as much data. Hit create. Boom. Now it's created, but it's still on the auto generate, which is a good backup, but that can let you down. So go ahead and pick the one that you we just created. Bang, there we've got it. So we're going to go ahead and copy this stream URL. We're going to go over to our Facebook page, and we're going to open up our messenger to ourselves, paste it in there, hit the /, the one that tips to the right at the top. It's right with the question mark on your keyboard. Then go back to your stream key, copy that. Again, make sure this is already selected. Right click, paste, send that to yourself. Okay, so we've got that in there. Now that we've done that, we'll go back to our phone. So you're going to go to the Apple App Store and you're going to download the Yi Action app. Okay, so there's your Yi Action app. It's up and running. We have our messenger from Facebook. I'm going to go in there. I'm going to copy that URL that I created. So it's a tap and hold, release, go to more at the bottom, copy. Bang, it's on the clipboard. Let's go back to the Yi Action app. You're going to tap the camera in the lower left-hand corner. You're going to tap the live button in the upper right-hand corner. Live description. Put anything in there. It does not matter. Hit done at the bottom. Hit confirm at the bottom. Network for live. The next one down. You're going to do an add network at the bottom. Hotspot. Next, you need to type in your SSID. If you don't know what that is, you need to turn on your hotspot right now. Hit set hotspot. Hit the settings in the upper left-hand corner to back you up a step. Hit the Wi-Fi and second one down and look for it to appear. Mine's MiFi X3209. You have to type it in exactly as it is shown there, spaces and all, in the Yi Action app. Obviously, whatever your hotspot is, the name is going to be different than mine. So we're going to go back to that. Clear this, type it in. 3209. Done. Password, this should be in your documentation. Hit the I to confirm. Hit done at the bottom and save and apply. You should have a green check mark next to your hotspot. Arrow back up at the left there on the top. Go to the third one down, platform. Select custom at the bottom. The YouTube will not work. Also, by doing this, you're able to bypass the 1,000 subscriber minimum in order to be able to live stream to your channel. If you haven't done it already, you go back here. Remember we copied that? You're going to tap once and release. You're going to tap once and hold, and then release. You're going to tap paste. Bang, it's in there. Hit OK in the upper right-hand corner. Hit the arrow in the upper left-hand corner. Now we're going to go down to resolution. You're going to select 480. This will reduce the amount of bandwidth that you'll be using and most likely give you a really clean signal inside the car, so you're getting closer to 30 frames per second. So it'll look better unless you got really good cellular service at the track. You can try a 720. Just make sure you set up your stream key in advance correctly for that if you want to try that out. So we're all set. Rated auto, that's fine. You're going to hit start live. It's not going to start anything. All it's going to do is create a QR code. If the QR code disappears from the screen, don't worry. It's going into your pictures folder, so you can recall it from there anytime. Bang, there's your QR code for you to scan with your camera. This QR code holds the entire configuration you just set up. It's access to your hotspot and access to your YouTube channel stream key. So with that, we're going to get our camera situated here. Swipe up twice from the bottom, hit live in the lower left-hand corner. That starts the scanning process. We're going to scan that QR code that was in our pictures. It says it's connecting to Wi-Fi. it's going to next say that it's connecting to the server once it makes that first connection. Now it's showing that it's live, so we'll give it a few seconds here. The buffer should be around 15 to 20, maybe 30 seconds, depending on the track. And there you can see we're connected. So your buffer is going to be around 20 to 30 seconds, which is normal for YouTube. And that delay is, it's a good thing. That buffer, what that does is it cleans up your frame rates, so you get a more fluid look as you're driving the race car. So to clarify, what you're going to do then is you're going to have one event in stream key created for one day of racing, and then you're going to have a second one you create for the next day, a different event and a different stream key. So each one is going to be unique for the race. So here you have it. You've created one here. So you're going to go in and you're going to create yourself another one. You can do a new stream. And again, this would be then my VIR race, Sunday, or however you want to title it, right? And you're going to go through and just do everything again. And then you're going to go back into auto generate. You're going to create another new stream key again, but this one's going to be labeled for, you're going to label it for Sunday or day 2 or however you want to label it. And then after it's created, you'll go back in here, you'll select it. Once it's in there, let's pretend that says Sunday just for the fun of it. You're going to copy this URL to your Facebook Messenger, put a / in there. Then you're going to copy this, paste that in behind it, send that to yourself. Then you're going to create another QR code. You're going to go back into your Yi app, go through the config process again, although this time your MiFi information will be saved in there. So you won't have to go in and type all that in again. So once you've done it once, it's going to have the configuration for that saved in the app. So you'll create a QR code for the second day, and then you can go back in and create a third one for your auto-generated key. So that would give you a third event, this one to be used as a backup in case you're having trouble streaming to one of the other two that you created. You're going to create a QR code using the auto-generate key in the same way, but you're not going to need to set up a separate event if you don't want to for the auto-generate, because that would be something that would automatically go through, but it wouldn't have a title or anything. And again, you're going to share that. You're going to share your day 2 event that you create. And so you can do all of this at home before you get to the track. Get all this out of the way, because this is time consuming, and you want to be able to deploy this and get this running like right after the driver's meeting. You want to be able to just bang, 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 and it's running, or do it before the driver's meeting so that it's out of the way. You've got your QR codes, and you don't have to do any configuration at the racetrack. You just turn everything on. You're going to turn your hotspot on, let it attach to the cell tower. You're going to turn on your camera. You're going to scroll. You're going to click on the live button at the bottom. Let it scan that first QR code for the first day, and it's going to go ahead and start broadcasting. And then you can go out to your YouTube channel and make sure that it's definitely sending. Then on day 2, same procedure, except you're going to scan that day 2 QR code, and you should have the exact same results. The beauty of doing it this way is that you can put your titles in there, and you can easily share the event. So Saturday morning or Friday, the night before, you can share that event off to your Facebook page. You say, hey, here it is. We're going to be live at such and such a day. Make sure you send it to me too, so I've got it, so we can put your camera in the show. Say, hey, we're gonna be broadcasting, and then that Sunday when you get up, that's just one of your things. You send that, you share that second event off to your channel. Say, hey, here's day 2, or you can put them both up on the day before you leave on Thursday if you want, And go ahead and send me the links so I have them, and we'll make sure and get you on the show. So go ahead and experiment, set up like a dummy event with a stream key, test it all out, attaching to your hotspot, whatever you're going to use. And once you get all your testing done, go in, delete all those practice events and the stream keys and everything, recreate everything fresh, and don't touch it, don't use it. Because if you test it before you get to the event, when you try to reattach to it, you might run into problems with it. So you want to make sure that whatever you use at the racetrack is unmolested. So let's say you've gone ahead and created your event, you've created your stream key, now you can share it to Facebook. You click on this arrow up here to share your stream, and you can click on Facebook right there. You can just copy the URL and copy and paste that in any place on any medium that you want to. But if you hit the Facebook icon, that'll take you right out to your Facebook page, right into your account, so you can publish it from here. Type yourself in a description. You can hit this drop-down box if you've got multiple pages that you manage or groups, and publish to those as well. And then just go down to the bottom and hit post to Facebook, and it'll be published to your Facebook feed. Now understand that YouTube has a 11-hour and 55-minute limit. So for some of these 12-hour races, 14-hour races, you might run into a problem where although the DVR is selected, you might not be able to go back and watch all of the video or any of the video, because it never finishes the processing portion to publish it to the web. So if you run into that, you might find that you need to switch stream keys during the race, which is nearly impossible. You would have to be pretty practiced to pull something like that off in the middle of a pit stop. It'll continue to stream, but the DVR will not continue, so you won't see it actually publish. The other thing you want to check is when you get home, you want to go out to that YouTube channel and look at it and make sure that the stream has been ended. So you can go into your manager there and look at that and make sure that the stream shows that it's ended. This is the same process that I use for all the races we do. Okay, so it's very reliable. So hopefully you find it to be the same for you as well. Good luck.